Not crazy. You're crazy! Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year's Eve to me. Can't wait, just in a few hours, I'm gonna celebrate the end of this crazy year and the beginning of hopefully a great one. Looking back on 2020, around 7 months ago was probably the highlight, the most interesting moment. I made a goodbye video where I faked my death for the world to see. Now there's so much confusion behind this video. So many people don't realize why I made it. So I'm here to shed some light on it. And don't worry, I'm gonna make part 2 to this goodbye video later in this video. This is not clickbait. All right, so keep watching, you will not be disappointed. So many people think that I was actually depressed. So many people think that I wasn't acting, even though I said I was acting in the video. Many people don't realize that I was acting out and retelling the greatest story of all time. I'll get to that. A lot of people have gotten it. They understand what I'm trying to teach. I'm so grateful. I've gotten hundreds of messages of people who appreciate what I'm trying to teach, but many of you have no idea what is going on. You don't know if I'm crazy, if I'm sane, if I'm being serious, if I'm trolling. If that's you, this video is for you. Watch this video. See, like most of you, I've been searching for happiness my entire life. I've searched for it in girls, money, fame, success. I've thoroughly searched for happiness in all those areas. I've been lucky enough to be able to search for happiness in all those areas at a young age. And in each area, I have come up empty-handed. I have found zero happiness in any of those areas. It wasn't until about 3 years ago when I started this spiritual journey. And I realized I might be onto something. Then earlier this year, I found what I was looking for. See, there's only one way to true inner peace. It's not girls, it's not fame, not money, it's not building a good physique. It's realizing who you truly are. And I'm not talking about some surface level concept of who you are. I'm not talking about finding out your true personality. I'm talking about finding out who you are on an existential level. Finding out what this reality actually is. Because trust me, I've been there. If you think that you're this finite little human who will one day be gone and the universe will continue on without him, no matter how hard you go into escapism mode, it'll always be in the back of your mind and you can never find peace thinking that. This is ignorance. It's not true. It's not what is going on here. You are not the mind and body. There is a you that is beyond the mind and body. There is a you that is eternal. There is a you that Buddhist monks meditate for 50 years to find. There is a you that is divine, that can be known through direct experience, that doesn't have to rely on religion, that doesn't have to rely on faith. You can know your true nature, who you are, on the existential level. You can discover that you are God. Now I know that's gonna irk some people because they have this concept of God in their mind. But the issue is, see, God by definition is infinite. You can't conceptualize infinity because concepts are finite. So these concepts that you have of God in your mind are not God. God must be experienced directly. This experience of God is so liberating because you immediately disidentify with the mind and body. And everything that you go through in life now just becomes fun. It's like you're witnessing a video game character playing. Rather than thinking this universe is some serious thing that we have to suffer through. When you realize your true nature as God, it is so profound and liberating. You are freed of mental suffering. it not only emancipates you on the individual level, but this truth is so powerful, it can actually save the world. That might seem grandiose to you, but just think if everyone was a Buddhist monk. The world would be a better place, right? See, all evil comes from this ignorance, from this feeling of separation, that you're this separate entity. There's you, and then there's the rest of the universe. And of course, if you think this way, then you want to take from the rest of the universe and have it all to yourself. But it's an illusion. You are the entire universe. There is no separation. All evil comes from resistance to what is. All evil comes from this identification with the mind and body. When you transcend this, you transcend evil. So, you can imagine, if one realizes this, well, almost everyone will go through a phase where they want to save the world. I'm not in so much of a rush anymore. My awakening has matured. But when you first discover this truth, you're willing to do anything to help people realize it, because it's the answer to everything. So when I first realized it, I was willing to go through some extremes to help other people realize it. So, what did I do? Well, I faked my death. I caused some drama. See, be honest. If this video was titled, "Oh, meditate with me to find your true nature," 90% of you wouldn't click on it. The idea was to create some drama so that all these people on the internet that weren't into spirituality would click on the video for the drama. Then I could implant these little spiritual seeds in them that would hopefully grow into these beautiful trees of enlightenment down the road. Right? And yeah, I did some pretty radical things. I faked my death. I faked my death in an attempt to retell the story of Jesus. Not the story that you've been told, but the true story of Jesus. To see me retell this story, I did a whole video. This was a huge, planned out, crazy video that many people think I'm insane for doing. Watch it right here. It's the truth. See, Jesus did not die on the cross. And chill out, don't get offended, because the truth is far, far better. Just hear me out. Jesus' death was staged, just like mine, in order to give him credibility, to actually teach the true meaning of God. Because people thought Jesus was crazy. He needed some credibility. See the analogy now? Now my credibility is, it's delayed a little bit, but it'll get there, hopefully. Watch this video on the biblical evidence that Jesus' death was staged. Maybe you realize by now there's a reason I fasted for 40 days. Jesus fasted for 40 days, and people think that this is some divine feat. I fasted for 40 days to convey to you that Jesus was no more divine than you or I, and Jesus never, ever claimed to be. Any claim of Jesus being more divine than us is simply a mistranslation or misinterpretation of the Bible. Jesus was human, just like you and me. Jesus just recognized his divinity. He realized his true nature beyond mind and body. He realized his true nature as the Father, as God. And he wanted to teach that to everyone. Jesus wasn't some orthodox Christian. He was a mystic. He went and prayed out in the forest, not in some synagogue. The teachings of Jesus have been so corrupted. They've been misinterpreted and mistranslated. The Bible is like a bad game of telephone. Did you play it when you were a kid? The teachings now are so far off from the original teachings. There's a reason why religion is dying. There's a reason why Christianity doesn't sit well with you. Even if you're Christian, look down, dig deep within. Get past all the societal conditioning and realize that there's something off about it. If it was really the truth, do you think that Christians would be so unhappy? Do you think they would get so offended when you try to discuss things with them? If they truly have faith, if they truly believe 100%, wouldn't they be a little more confident? Why would they get so offended? Why would they have such cognitive dissonance? These teachings have been corrupted and they don't sit well with you. That's why many of you, like me, ended up becoming an atheist. But just because the church's teachings are corrupt does not mean that Jesus wasn't teaching some profound truth. There is profound truth out there to be experienced directly. You just have to know the path. If you want to know the true teachings of Jesus, watch this video. If you want to see a biblical expert talk about the true teachings of Jesus, watch this video. If you want to know what God really is, watch this video. Spoiler alert, God is you. God is the infinite intelligence, the infinite imagination that is creating your entire reality. Your subconscious. See, we're not living in a physical, objective reality made of matter. We're living in a subjective reality made of mind. It's just like a dream. In a dream, if you become lucid in the dream, you realize that the entire dream is you. You're not just the avatar in the dream, but the mind behind the dream. You can touch a wall in the dream, it can feel solid, but it's not at its core. It's still a figment of your imagination. The solidity behind it, the physicality behind it is still your imagination. It's made of dream matter, it's made of mind. There is no difference in reality. It's just an infinitely more complex and continuous dream. And this can all be verified through direct experience. It's what Jesus was teaching. The Father is the entire dream, your entire subconscious. The Son is the avatar that experiences the dream. And the Holy Spirit is the connection between the Father and the Son. The truth. The truth that manifests as becoming lucid in the dream or a spiritual awakening in reality. That's what God is. It's you. Your infinitely intelligent subconscious. When you realize this, when you have an experience of your infinitely intelligent subconscious, you find the kingdom of heaven. Like Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within. It's not some mystical realm. Watch this video to know what heaven and hell truly mean. See, when I made that goodbye video, it was right after I discovered heaven. I wasn't depressed. If anything, I was manic. It was one of the happiest days of my life. I was so happy, I had to pull off some crazy stunt to get people to listen. It wasn't the dark night of the soul. It was a spiritual peak. And that's really what this video is about. It's showing you that it truly was just good acting. So, I'm going to act out another goodbye video. And please believe me, this time it's acting. It's going to be a little shorter and a little more family friendly, right? Because I want this video to reach a lot of people, so I want it to stay monetized for YouTube. But, without further ado, let's do a little goodbye video. Guys, I just want you to know that this video is acting. I want YouTube to keep it up so people can see it. What's happening to me? I'm losing my mind. I'm at my mental breaking point. I don't know what to do. The entire internet thinks I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. crazy! I know the truth! You're caught in a delusion and that's why you're mentally suffering. I've completely lost my sense of self. I don't know who I am. I don't know who Connor Murphy is. I used to be this douchebag who took his shirt off and got girls. Who am I now? Some crazy psychotic wannabe spiritual teacher on YouTube. I've completely lost my sense of self. I've lost my personality. And you know what the real issue is? The real issue is that you think that that's a bad thing. You spent your entire life trying to become somebody, when the true path to happiness is becoming nobody. Let me wake you up. Let me show you the kingdom of heaven. You just have to have an open mind. Seek, and you shall find. The truth will set you free. Unconditional love.